So the video you guys are seeing is a 28 or 26 kill solo versus duo. And I'm going to explain my thought process and why I make the plays that I do. But there's three things I want you guys to pay attention to throughout this gameplay. Number one is going to be how I maintain high ground wherever I'm at. Number two is going to be how I let people make mistakes and I just punish them for it. Turns out to be safer for me, and it makes everything that much easier when you're fighting opponents. And then the last part is that I play unpredictably fast. So I play at such a pace that it's kind of hard to anticipate what I'm going to do next. And while I'm doing that, it pretty much just like flushes people and they don't really know how to play or how to react, if that makes sense. If it doesn't yet, you guys are going to see throughout this gameplay how I do it, and I'm going to explain it. And you'll definitely pick it up towards the end of this video. But yeah, all this is, we're just looting right here. They ended up calling a UAV in. So now I'm pushing towards the team that actually called the UAV, or I'm assuming that they did. And once again, we're just taking high ground. And we're not really just running out in the open. We're kind of taking cover behind these rocks as we're peeking a little bit. And then this guy was just waiting for us because they had the UAV popped, right? So since I know that, we're still taking our time for the second kid. We have no idea where he's at. So as I'm dropping in, I fake like I'm going inside, you know, just bust open the door, look through it, but I actually don't go completely through it. But bashing that door goes into like me playing unpredictable. You know, sometimes I'll even break windows just to give people that audio cue and make them think that I'm going through a window or anything like that. And right here, we're just waiting for this black site to open. So we're waiting for another 10 seconds. But I actually heard a little bit of footstep audio to that other door over here, and that's why I'm kind of looking this way. And now we're just going to slow walk it so we can actually get this crate and then go challenge. Sorry, I'm slow peeking because I don't think they know I'm here. It looks like they did. And if you guys notice, I backed out of that fight very quickly. Now, the reason why I did that is because when right here, I can hear audio to my left. And I said this guy pretty much ADS at the same time I did. So it'll be a losing fight. If I was to challenge him, I probably wouldn't get a knock, so it wouldn't be worth it to sit and fight. And even if I did, I would already be weak. So his friend would already push me from the steps because the steps are literally right to my left. So it's just a losing fight. So just get out of there. And what I said in the beginning, you know, I maintain high ground pretty well. And I let people make their mistakes. That's all we're doing right here. I think they actually called it UAV right there. I let them get curious and peek out this window. Punish him for it. I have high ground. It's hard to see me because he's at a lower level. And now I play unpredictably fast. Run straight in there because I'm already full health. He's cracked. So, and his friend is knocked. So he's already panicking. And usually when people are flustered like that, it's just too much going on for them to think properly and make the right plays. Now, as far as rotations, you know, we take this heli. I have a UAV. That's pretty much my bread and butter for getting kills. Either, you know, flying off somewhere with my parachute, taking helis, cars, but you want to make sure you have UAVs. Right. That's pretty much the key to having high kill games. Take a heli, drop down from Zay Observatory, the UAV, so you know where to go. And now right here, I actually tried to park this heli. It took me a little bit longer than what I would have liked. I hate parking helis, but it's better to have it for rotations when you're going to the next gunfight. So right here, there's one under me. There's one in that window. I seen him in that window before I got out the heli using that third person view. Burn him quickly. And now we challenge the guy under us, trying to play unpredictably fast so they can't really anticipate what I'm going to do next. Like right here, this guy, he was just clueless. He was mid swapping guns and he had no idea I was jumping in on him. And now this guy, we're already fully played it. We have 20 bullets in our SMG. Plenty enough to kill a weak player. That's what we did. I almost didn't see that guy in the corner. I honestly didn't see him until he started shooting at me. But once again, man, like I keep saying, maintain high ground. Punish people for their mistakes. And then play a little bit faster to where they can't anticipate you. Right here, we see another stronghold. Whenever you see these flags on the building, go to it. There's always white crates in here and you have a high chance of getting like a UAV out of it. So we call this one in. We end up leaving that solo just because there's two guys literally much closer to us. You know, more kills in less time. So once again, I tried to get high ground, made the mistake of peeking two guys at one time. You know, time to kill in this game is already fast. And then when you know, child two guys at the same time, you're going to die that much quicker. But right here, pay attention. Played up. High ground. Let them make their mistake by pushing up mindlessly, not knowing what's going on. Burnt one of them. Play unpredictably fast. I tried to mantle that. I would have been sick if I would have got that off. And then instantly child the last kid. Like I really try to play 2 to 3 steps ahead of people. Like I try to plan all this out in my head before I actually do it. But yeah, most of the time, I mean, in Warzone 2, movement, you can't really do much with the movement. You just basically have to outthink people and just play a few steps ahead of them. That's pretty much it. Right here, I ended up getting shot in my back. I was wiping my hands off, so I couldn't move as fast as what I wanted to. Luckily, snipers are 2-shot. Sometimes. I don't know how I ended up getting 1-shotted sometimes, but yeah, I heard this guy climbing on the ladder. Yeah, so skipping ahead, I started to get impatient. And I also didn't have a UAV. So we just decided to hop into a car and just wait until somebody shoots us. Which is never a good idea. I hate doing this, but if you want high kill games, it's what you gotta do and get better at it. So right here, I peek him again to see if he's pushing. He's not. All right, so basically right now, I'm just trying to figure out a way of getting across. But then I heard shots over here. I see this guy chowing. And now I chowed with the wrong gun. And I also chowed a little, or I re-chowed a little too fast. As you guys see here, it almost worked. You see he dropped his aim and then he ADS'd again. Like if I was to wait a little bit longer, I think I would have got that kill and if I would have swapped guns. So going into a Gulag, what I try to do is I try to see if the 2 players split. If they split, then you can chow your 1v1, you know, no problem. And then once you do, you immediately want to help your teammate out. But the thing that I try to do is like I try to get my kill as fast as possible. Like I try not to depend on my teammate at all. You know, the longer you take with your 1v1, the higher the chances that your teammate dies. And then you're fighting a 2v1 in the Gulag. Stop that from happening. You want to play fast. Make sure you can get your kill 1v1 without letting the other guy interfere. Once you do, immediately go chow the other guy with your teammate. Grab loadout. We hit the gas station for more loot. Gas stations are really good for regaining. And also, if you can, land on the loadout that's next to like an ammo depot. You can fully stack up on everything, ammo and lethals. So going back to the hot spot that I died at, you know, we ended up seeing a guy mounted up here, or head glitch in a radiator. Now, I'm paying attention to where he was looking at, because obviously if he's looking that way and playing defensive, that means that he was fighting somebody. And there turned out to be a whole nother team behind me on the same side of the river that I was at. And now I ended up seeing that guy fly across, you know, the team that shot me before I crossed. So once again, just let them make their mistakes. He thought he was okay to peek me and he wasn't. So he punished him and then we seen his boy come over as well. So right now I see him resin, obviously. Now we're letting him rest so we can get fully plated. Now we just Superman jump this. They're not expecting that. He was completely clueless and his boy just res, so he's not gonna have any plates. All right, and now the team of 2 over here. I tried to get high ground again, climbing up here. Didn't work out, so now we gotta go over here to these rocks. Once I get up here, you know, you just want to take your time because I've died over here making this play before. So that's why I'm playing super patient right now and just ADSing it. End up getting one, seeing the other guy super late. Luckily for us, he only had blue armor. But yeah, usually if I just get that first knock without taking any damage and without using that much ammo out of my magazine, I instantly try to chow the next guy. Like before he can process what's even going on. Because you gotta think from their perspective, if your friend gets knocked fast, you guys don't know where the guy's at. The comms are pretty much gonna, you know, worry this kid. He'd be like, oh, I just died. Where is he? I don't know where he's at. So he's already looking around trying to panic and find who just killed his buddy, as well as trying to think about if he can res his buddy as well. Throughout all that confusion, they're gonna make mistakes. All right, so right here, I think I had while I had my UAV up and I was fighting that team, I pinged over here. So there was a team I'm going to push. Once again, I'm trying to get either equal ground or high ground. Step number 1. Step number 2, we're going to punish them for their mistakes. And I mean, they didn't really make any mistakes. They just didn't see me. Not really much they can do about that. I guess you could say the mistake they made was just being stacked on each other like that and both focusing the same person. That guy was kind of a sweat. This guy, he's lucky I ran out of ammo. I'm pretty sure there's only one guy in here. I didn't hear any audio from like a second player or, you know, any gunshots either. So all the UAV is definitely one guy in here. So we're just going to chow him. And now later on in this gameplay, we can talk about rotations after this kill. So at this point, we can talk about rotations. I actually did have a UAV up so I could see what was going on. So we have a guy up here. That's a solo. We have a solo right here and then 2 right here and then 2 right here. Me going for kills, I really wanted to just cross over the river and get all 3 of these kills. But if I did that, I would be at the mercy of this team of 2 that has that really tall building outside of that small city. So what I decided to do is just go straight to zone and then potentially get this guy on the way in and then deal with this team of 2 because they're a bigger threat than, you know, the guys behind me and to my right. You know, you just mount up, get the kill, hurry up and get inside. We made a lot of noise, so there's gonna be some attention on us. Right here, I'm just taking my time pretty much. Now with our rotations, we're taking this left side because we just somewhat cleared it out from killing that solo out there in the field. So as we're pushing over, we're trying to get a tall building. We ended up finding one right here. But now in the back of my mind, I know I cannot sit here that long. And I also have to pay attention to my rotation coming up. So I'm obviously not gonna rotate in front of me or on this straight line right here on the mini map. I'm gonna take this route over here. I already know that. If you guys see, I keep looking behind me. Even though I'm focused on getting these kills in front of me, I'm still looking to my left to see if it's safe when I eventually do rotate. So right here, we end up getting a free kill. It would have been 2. I just didn't see this dude down there in the window until it was too late. But yeah, you guys see, we're still looking for rotations. We're also looking for free kills. Like, I'm not really getting complete tunnel vision on, you know, getting the kills. Usually later on in the game like this, I always focus on rotations instead of kills. Now with this team, I was trying to bait them into making a mistake by like pushing across the field, no cover, and then I punish them for it. But that team wasn't really doing that. They actually seemed pretty good. And after a while, I started to realize I couldn't sit here, so I just smoked across, or I smoked the trail so I could run across. The thing that I'm trying to do right here is punish people for their mistakes. I'm trying to punish that team for rotating super late and focusing on fighting outside of the next zone. So that's basically what I'm doing here. And now luckily I ended up seeing this guy when I was reloading. Like I said, you never want to get tunnel vision, just focus on looking at one space the whole time. You always want to look around you. And quickly, if you guys notice, I actually airstrike that building. I wanted to pause them for a second so I can fight the guy across and, you know, just prevent anybody from pushing me when I'm not expecting it. And now we're focusing the team that was fighting out here. We end up getting a free pick, but now I understand that I can't stay up at the high ground, even though I wanted to. So we just take cover right here on the bottom side of this hill, because the team up top can't really see me unless they jump down and come to the street a little bit. And this team under me can't see me because, you know, they're under a cliff. So I was pretty much in a good spot right here up until this next zone. Like, this next zone is just tragic. There's no cover out there in front of me, and there's no cover down here. Am I right? So since I did get a kill right here on this guy, and it wasn't a team wipe, I'm still looking for his boy. You know, I'm peeking over on both sides. I'm looking down. I'm also trying to focus on the team up top to my left. Right here. So we have equal ground, but it's a 2v1 fight on equal ground. I have no plates. You gotta make the most of it. I tried to get a knock, but I couldn't. Right here, I'm gonna let this play out and I'm explaining what I did wrong.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot. Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound.
So going back, I'm explaining what I was thinking right here. So right here, I'm cracked. It's a 2v1. I'm pretty sure that they know that. So I'm thinking that they're going to send me because I'm already cracked in this 2v1. Obviously. No, who wouldn't want to do that? So I wanted to hurry up and drop the airstrike, right? But while the airstrike was going, what I should have done was run out to the gas and then wrapped around while the airstrike was going. I failed to live up to my 3 steps that I've been preaching this whole video. Maintaining high ground, I accepted low ground. I made the mistake of running out into the open. And then this last play I did was super predictable. Like, I didn't do any of my principles I've been preaching. And I feel like if I would have did at least 1 or 2, I would have won this 1v2 fight. So that's pretty much it, man. If I helped you guys out in any way, make sure you guys drop me a like and subscribe. But if I did not help you out, let me know down in the comments where I can improve at. And then for the next video that I do like this, you know, obviously it'll be that much better. Before I let you go, if you want to watch another tip video from me, I actually made a basically like how to improve your aim video. And you can click on that video right here.